Hi everyone. In this video, I'm going to be talking about the role of using multiple practitioners for emotional healing. Over the last 14 years, I have used hundreds and hundreds of different practitioners. And I also developed the step-by-step process called core emotional healing for you to follow, to have a guide of what it takes to heal the emotional root cause of your symptoms and problematic patterns. And so it's important to both learn the lessons and the process to follow and to get the support that you need in order to apply the lessons correctly and also know what you need. If you knew what you would need, you would have already healed yourself. So we all, emotional healing is not taught. Emotions are not taught. So all of this is a learning process. And in addition to that, we all have very strong protections that we developed in childhood so we could get by and not feel all the pain and suffering, and if all the trauma that the various types of trauma that we have all experienced. Everyone has experienced some sort of trauma. It could be neglect, it could be shaming, it can be abuse. It ranges, of course. So that's why everyone needs a personalized approach to healing from childhood wounds and trauma. And that takes a skilled practitioner to help you see what you can't see and what you need to validate and feel yourself. So I developed the process and also created the support to move you through the process. And if you haven't already, my husband, Doug Miller, PhD, and I offered a free 60-minute webinar. And in that, we covered the 4 keys to effective healing. And so if you haven't watched that, I'm going to include the link below this video for you to watch that, because it's important. Even if you've already been working with us, if you've already been working with the core emotional healing self-study, it's important to be reminded of these keys, because these keys are really the missing piece that we have found in most healing and therapy approaches. And we provide the solution, which is the core emotional healing self-study program, which teaches you and walks you through the process step by step. And I also offer a 6-week live class to help provide the support, the insights, and guidance that you specifically need to know what to do for you. And then from there, you can move into our 6-month group program that both of us do together. And that's where you can continue to be supported throughout your process, so you can release a lot of the stuff that's been protected, and also the ways that you've learned to be and live that is false, that was formed based on those protections. So all of your false adaptations and the ways you relate to yourself and others start to shift and fall away. So then you can live your truth and be aligned with your authentic self and express yourself from there. And life becomes much easier once you do that. Every area of your life improves. So your symptoms go away. Your relationships change. They become more supportive. You change. You become more in tune with your true wants, needs, and desires. So that's the first step, is really to learn and start applying the core emotional healing process through the core emotional healing self-study that I created for you. If I had this self-study, it would have saved me years of suffering and so much time and money. So I put all that I have learned and all that I have experienced through my own journey and working with clients over the last 14 years into a very simple process for you to follow, for you to learn and follow, and be supported through it. In addition to that, once you start, there are a few very selective, exceptional practitioners that I have selected that complement the process, that can help deepen and further your healing while you're going through the core emotional healing process. And to begin, and they go with the steps actually. So to begin, we recommend that you take specially designed formulas of flower essences by Anna, who is with Maitre Verde. I'm going to include all of the links below this video. She has gone through all of our programs and in-person experiential privates. She has gone through everything that we offer and in advanced processes as well. And also she was working with flower essences before going through our process, and they all started to align. So she was already developing processes that were aligned. She was developing formulas that are aligned with the core emotional healing process, and kept tweaking it as she worked with our clients. And so now she has a core emotional healing kit. So these are plant remedies. They're flower essences that are droppers that you take internally. These are not what you typically would think of when you think of flower essences. A lot of people think of essential oils or, those type of things. She does have some essential oils, but these flower essence formulas are the thing that works on an emotional and spiritual level. And so your heart starts to open. You will access more feelings and memories. So some of your protections soften, and then you can access more through working with the formulas and the core emotional healing self-study. And she has it laid out where you take one with the first lesson, and then another one with the second, and another one with the third. So it's perfectly put together for you for the process. We have worked with her. We have used the flower essences. They are powerful and effective. And then we also have worked with Sweetheart, and that is her birth name, and it is very appropriate for her and her energy and her offerings. And she is just a very loving, powerful, safe presence. And she will help connect you to parts of yourself that have been hidden from you or that are locked away because of trauma. And so these are scared, hidden parts of yourself, also, related to your inner child. So at different ages, there can be different ages kind of stuck at that age and not integrated because of what happened to you, which creates feelings of feeling lost, blocked, confused. So Sweetheart, in a very gentle and loving way, energetically helps you, and she can see where they are, what's happening, what they need from you, and helps you connect and integrate these parts of yourself. And remember, working with Anna's flower essence formulas and with Sweetheart is a part of the core emotional healing process. When you're taking the flower essences, you're opening. Lesson 1's all about opening. Lesson 2 in the core emotional healing self-study is about connecting to your inner child. There's a formula for that, and Sweetheart will help connect you to different parts of yourself that have been traumatized and hidden from you. Also, while you're opening and things are coming up through the formulas and you're accessing more through working through the process, through the process with a core emotional healing practitioner in the 6-week class, and you're being supported with other practitioners, you most likely will have dreams come up that are very significant and important for your process. It's information from your subconscious. And my husband, Doug, is a clinical and transpersonal psychologist. So he accurately interprets dreams using his very strong intuition, his set of skills, and everything that he does is also grounded in his training. He's been in the field for 40 years, so he's really a master at everything he does. And so when you're dreaming and you're having vivid dreams during the process, you can book a dream interpretation session with Doug, and that's going to help you see what exactly it is you're working with. It's going to confirm where you are in the process and what your direction is from there. It's probably one of the most accurate intuitive readings that you'll get. And also, so during the process, what happens is strong protections do come up because you're intentionally going into these experiences from childhood that you have been protecting your whole life. And so your adaptation can get stronger because it thinks that it needs to protect you more. And so adaptations can be anywhere from helping other people, focusing on other people, and distracting from what you need, to going up into the spiritual realm and just being in your intuition and psychic abilities and dissociated from your body and from your emotions. Or it can also be just a perfectionist, achieving, pushing. It can be also self-critical and sabotaging also your process or your healing. And so at that point, you can book a session with Doug, who does an experiential process that can help you externalize this part of you that is getting in the way of what you're doing, what you want, and your healing. And then through that process, you will work it out to access your true feelings, wants, and needs, and lessen the adaptation. Doesn't have to be there anymore, or it's not as strong afterwards. It's not leading the show, basically, and it can take the back seat for you to move forward. Doug also does womb regressions. It's not hypnotherapy, but you go into a deep relaxation. And so much happens when you're in your mother's womb that you start to, there's like deep subconscious beliefs that are formed, contracts between what is happening with you and your mother, and also just things that have been passed down. So he goes through this regression, and a lot comes up through the regression: feelings, beliefs, and messages that you are not aware of but have been living from. And then there can be a rewriting of the story to then move forward in a new way for you that is good for you and aligned with your true desires and your truth. And he also offers private individual and couples therapy sessions that are just incredible. He covers a lot. He can see a lot and help you. People really feel heard. Oftentimes, really understood. He sees your what's happening, what's causing it, and who you really are as well. So, a couple other practitioners who we love and who we also have experienced, we continue to reach out and get support whenever we need it from practitioners. It can be on an energetic level, and it can be physical, it can be emotional. And so, two practitioners that we use and have used even recently that we absolutely love is Kathleen Miller. Is someone that she's an intuitive and she's a healer, and she covers pretty much every area of your life. I have been using her since 2013, and she has helped me with some physical symptoms, with food. She has helped with just helping my energy attune better when there was some EMF stuff going on. That was back in 2013. And in the same session, she also said where I was going, what I was, the book I wrote, that I was going to develop the emotional healing process. And back then, I didn't, that wasn't even in my awareness, and I didn't really know what she was talking about. But when I did, I remembered what she said, and that was years later. So she's really accurate and powerful, and she gets to things that you're not aware of. And she does the healing while you're on session with her. So you can do a Zoom or a phone session with her. She's in the U.S., and even in 30 minutes, you can cover a lot. From what's happening with your business or relationship or body symptoms to it going into a whole different direction of things that you're not aware of that need to be healed or cleared. And so she's great to check in whenever you need it. If you want to get away, we have a lot of people who ask us if we offer something here in Costa Rica. And there's someone in our neighborhood that's such a gift. Elicia Watson, she's certified in horse gestalt coaching. So she works with a small herd that she has really has an amazing relationship with, who are these giant, unconditional, loving, shamanic beings that work with you when you're there and her, and they show you what you need. It's a very powerful and profound experience. Letitia helps interpret what's going on and walks you through what it means for you with direction after that as well. So it can be, how to, that you may need better boundaries, or there's been a block, and it can help you access some sadness that was related to a relationship that needs to shift. You can work with her as a couple. You can do groups. It's just such a beautiful process with these horses that leave you feeling like when I did it with them, I still feel the love from them, and that is everything. To feel that level, that amount, that powerful love. And then they're just there unconditionally loving and helping you, to the point where one of them was crying in my palm to help me access the tears that I had blocked. in relation with something. So I was going through at that time. So if you want to get away, come here and you can stay at her place. She has accommodations. There's a lot of experiences that you can have there for a day, for 2 days, for a week, a month. It's up to you and what you want, and you can work with her on that. But we're right on the beach here, and so you can do a Gestalt therapy session with the horses and Elicia. You can go for a ride. You can go into the ocean on the horse. There's all kinds of things. Beautiful healing that happens, and a deeper connection to yourself, and a greater sense of self-awareness as well. So those are our top recommended resources that complement the core emotional healing process. And I just want to say to be aware of spiritual bypassing and other bypassing, and the tendency that we all have for a quick fix or someone else to do it for us, to have to look outside of ourselves for the answer and for the healing. These practitioners and modalities and products will help assist you to heal yourself. There's a lot that all of the things are helping you with increased access to more within yourself and about yourself to work with. So it's important, and I just want to stress that you are the main key to healing yourself. So you doing your own healing is what works, what ultimately works, and that is what's in the core emotional healing process. All of these other things support it, complement it, and help you access more for you to work with. All right, well, I look forward to hearing from you. So please comment on this or write me and let me know how it goes for you in working with the core emotional healing process and the self-study, how it's going for you if you're already doing it, and also in working with these recommended resources. So I'm wishing you so much healing and growth through all of this, and also just having what you truly want and desire in experiencing the magic of life, and with so much love.